The strange thing about defensiveness is that it feels like self-respect, like you're standing up for yourself, like you're protecting the truth. But most of the time, it quietly destroys your credibility. And the more carefully you explain yourself, the worse things seem to get. That's the trap. Someone points out a mistake. You feel the heat rise in your chest. Your mind races to explain. You didn't mean to. You forgot. There were reasons. There were circumstances. So you speak faster. You add context. You clarify. And yet, somehow, their expression hardens. They listen less. They trust you less. They believe you less. You walk away feeling misunderstood and strangely ashamed for even trying. Defensiveness isn't really about the mistake. It's about identity threat. The moment criticism feels like a statement about who you are, your nervous system enters survival mode. Your brain stops hearing information and starts scanning for danger. Not danger to your body, danger to your sense of self. So instead of processing feedback, you start protecting your identity. That's why defensiveness feels urgent. Your brain believes your worth is under attack. Here's the paradox. The more you explain yourself, the more untrustworthy you appear. Not because you're wrong, but because self-defense signals insecurity. And insecurity triggers doubt. When you defend, you accidentally communicate three things. This criticism threatens me. I need to control how you see me. This mistake defines me, even if none of those are true. So the other person unconsciously leans in. They push harder. They double down. Not to hurt you, but to get clarity. And that escalates everything. But here's the part no one tells you. Explaining yourself doesn't protect your reputation. It slowly teaches people to question it. Every defense plants a tiny seed of doubt. And over time, that doubt grows into a pattern. They always have an excuse. That label sticks far longer than any mistake. At first, defensiveness is about behavior. I didn't mean to. Then it becomes about identity. I'm not incompetent. Eventually, it becomes existential. If I'm wrong, who am I? That's why criticism can feel unbearable. Not because of what you did, but because of what it threatens to mean. So what actually disarms defensiveness? Not silence, not submission, not self-blame. Separation. Separating action from identity. Instead of, "This happened because I'm flawed," you shift to, "This happened, let's examine it." That one shift rewires the interaction. Because when your identity is no longer on trial, your nervous system calms. And when your nervous system calms, your presence changes. Instead of preparing explanations, practice this internal sentence. This feedback is information, not judgment. Not to excuse yourself, not to attack back. Just to stabilize your identity before you speak. When you're stable, you don't need to defend. Here's what replaces defensiveness. Curiosity. Not submissive curiosity, not apologetic curiosity. Calm curiosity. Can you walk me through what didn't work? Help me understand your experience. This does something powerful. It signals confidence. And confidence makes people soften. Because now the tension disappears. The battle ends. The nervous systems synchronize. Remember the paradox? The more you explain yourself, the worse things get. Here's why. Explaining says, "I'm afraid of how you see me." Curiosity says, "I trust who I am." And people respond very differently to those two energies. But there's a deeper layer beneath all of this. Why some people feel identity threat instantly, while others remain psychologically untouchable. That difference isn't confidence. It's something far more subtle. And once you see it, you'll understand why some minds stay calm even under heavy pressure.